Welcome to Critic Hub, a fast-type production, and this is our call-out session on creativity and you. And today, we do have a special guest. Olayinka Akindele is our special guest today. Yinka is a fashion and creative designer. She can create and recreate styles to suit different body types. She is the CEO of Makay Signatures. She specializes in both tailoring and ready-to-wear outfits for corporate women. Her objective is to create contemporary styles, mainly with African prints, due to the versatility of the textile and color richness of the prints. She has carved a niche in casual and corporate wears specifically for females. Her long-term goals are to expand beyond her current market in delivering high-progress styles to women folks. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Olayinka Akindele to the show.
You're welcome.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be joining you on the show tonight. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for making our time to be here. I see you're very talented, you're dynamic, you're magical.
Thank you. I'm blushing already.
And one can actually tell, me looking at you, you are a fashion person. Like, the whole stuff going on there, it's really nice. I really like it. It's good.
Well, it is what I do, and I to be honest with you, I pride myself in how I put up my colors together. So, and that is one of the reasons this whole thing started, right? So
wonderful. That is so good to hear. You're welcome, Yinka. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right, let's get right at it. So tell us, how long have you been in the fashion industry and what inspires your creative abilities in the act of sewing? Also, tell us more about Makay Signatures.
Right. Thanks for that question. So I've always, even when I was growing up, I've always aspired for a fashion house. And I grew up in Lagos. Lagos is like the fashion city of Nigeria.
That's right.
Remember when I was growing up, I have an aunt, she's late now. So she was a tailor and she had a shop. And at every holidays, every of my high school holidays, I would visit her in the shop and sit with her and look at how she did her things.
Yeah.
That was how the interest in fashion started for me. And that was how it started. So officially, Makay Signatures was officially founded about 3 years ago.
Okay.
I must tell you that the colors and the uniqueness still inspires me up to date.
Oh, look at that. I told you were magical. I was,
Thank you.
Oh, wonderful. That is so good to hear. And I'm very sure your aunt will be, wherever she is right now, she will be very, very happy that, look at what you've turned out to be, someone talented, creative, strong, dynamic, magical.
I believe so too. She kind of like, she was a strong woman too. She was a strong woman, very creative, and that's where I learned some of my skills from, which I'm really happy about it.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Thank you, Yinka.
Let's have a look at Yinka's collections. We're still on the show, Critic Hub, a fast-type production, and I'm your host, Uche Teresa Ezuko. And today, we do have a special guest. Olayinka Akindele is our special guest. She is a fashion and creative designer. Yinka, you're still welcome to the show. Welcome. All right. So tell us, as an experienced fashion designer, what kind of styles stir up your creative imagination? Does it all depend on what the client's needs are? Or do you make recommendations based on latest trends or body types?
So personally, I love the evergreen designs.
Oh.
The reason is because they are always for a lifetime.
Okay.
They always fit in any trend, no matter how. They find a way to just fit into that trend, and especially when you're creative with them. And as a creative designer, it is my duty to be able to analyze the style and suggest or recommend to them according to what body type and shape they have. Clients sometimes don't understand when it comes to the styles, the body type and the shape, right? Because all they just think of is I want this particular style.
Exactly.
And with that, I can't just tell a client I can't make this because my purpose is to create and recreate as well, right? But that is when my own expertise comes in, and I try to make clients understand and see why this particular style might not be the best that suits them. And if there are still other minds that, I still want to go ahead with this style, then we come to a middle ground.
Yeah.
Adjustments, and then I make it clear. It's like always a clear expectation.
That's right.
Well, if you permit me to do this, I'm going to have to put my creativity in this. And honestly, there hasn't been so many disappointments so far that I know. And for me, the main thing is what brings out the style is actually how it fits on the body.
Oh, that's good, because for me, I always have this an idea of what I want to wear. It's in my head, and I also tried trying out my hands with sewing, but it didn't turn out well. But I think I might be good as a model, because while going through your collections, I see I'm in one of those collections as your model.
I must say that you're really a good model when it comes to that.
Oh, wonderful. That is so good. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Thank you.
You're welcome, Miche.
All right, so tell us, I'm sure a lot of people have been positively blown away by your level of expertise and artistry in the arts of fashion and designing. What are your greatest fears, your passion, your challenges, and accomplishments in all of this?
And thank you for that question, Miche. I will start with my accomplishments. Every completed garment for me is an accomplishment.
Good.
The fact that I can imagine it and bring it to reality is so rewarding, Uche. It's very rewarding when you see, especially when you see how it fits on the client and the clients express their satisfaction. There's nothing as rewarding as that. Can sometimes be challenging, that's for sure. Can sometimes be challenging, especially when you're trying to meet the client's expectation. And that usually comes from referrals. And you've done a hellacious job for a client, and they love your product, they want to recommend it for someone else. You want to meet the same expectation or even exceed that expectation, right?
Right, yes.
That, I can say, that can be very overwhelming sometimes because you're trying to meet expectation. And that is where I think that the passion and the love for what you do comes in, because when you think about the end product of the garment, then it just overshadows the fear.
Exactly.
At that point, you're just thinking of, okay, I want to get this done. I want to see how it's going to
get it right. Yeah. Get it done and get it right.
That's it. That is the exact word for it. But
once the customer is happy, you're happy.
I mean, what else can you ask for?
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Yinka. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, we're still on the show, Critic Up, a Fast Side production, and I'm your host, Uche Teresa Ezuko. And today, we have a special guest on our call-out session on creativity and you. For more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. And our special guest today is Olayinka Akindele. Yinka, you're still welcome to the show. Welcome.
I'm still enjoying myself here.
Oh, wonderful. I'm having fun too. I love fashion, but I'm a very bad pig when it comes to fashion. How do you feel about where you are right now in terms of what you have achieved? I know there's always a desire to do more, especially with the fast-paced fashion industry now.
Mhm.
You need to be up to date with the latest trend and try to meet up with the client's needs and expectations.
Yeah, so that's a very good question. Thank you for asking that, Uche. Um, when I look at this as a creative designer,
Mhm.
there's always room for improvement, no matter how good you are, because the fashion world evolves, trends change, and you have to be in tune with what is happening around you for you to call yourself a creative designer, and you're not just stuck in the past.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel so blessed where I am, looking at how I started
Okay.
and where I started from. Makay Signatures have been blessed with beautiful and heartwarming clients that I can call some of them family at the moment. When they wear my products,
Mhm.
it's so fit that, like, it's a different thing to create. It's another thing for it to fit on the body, for the body to like be able to model it for you the way you want it. And that I can say that as it's one of the greatest blessings that I have had.
That's good.
So I'm really, really happy about that. To be honest with you, I consider that as one of my greatest achievements.
Oh, look at that. That is actually really emotional and inspiring right now. That's very good. And that is, the good feeling of having that fulfillment that you're doing something that you love, you're passionate about. Every design is yours, your idea, your magic. I call it magic.
It qualifies to be a magic, yeah?
But
It
really,
does.
magic, because I don't know how you guys do it. You just cut the fabric, join it together, put the whole thing, and boom, you have a dress. I'm like,
That's it.
I don't know. I can do it. I don't know how to do it. I don't.
Well, we're all talented in different areas.
Yes,
Just like
that's
what
right.
you do.
That's
When I
right.
ask myself, I don't really see myself being a show host. I don't even know where to start from. I don't know where to start from. You've got so much humor into what you do.
Oh, thank you.
I can feel it that you do it with so much from your heart.
Yes, I do. I
It's a
do.
passion for you. That's what you love to do.
I do. I do. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Yinka. Thank you. That really compliments. I'm blushing right now. Like, I don't know. Thank you. Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
Okay.
What are your next big steps? Where are all of these taking you to? Where do you see yourself excelling into from here?
That's another really good question, because one of the challenges we find as a startup business or a small business owner is where this is actually taking you to.
Yeah.
And for me, like I told you, the way I started, it was more of in a communal setting.
That's right.
And when I remember that, my aunt at that time was not really willing to teach me, but from the little things that I picked, the skills I picked from her, that is what I'm able to use now. After how many years? We're talking of nothing less than 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So the big step for me now is to be able to give back to the community. And that for me translates into empowerment programs. I started thinking about some empowerment initiatives, especially for young women and girls, right? Because it's Makay Signatures will eventually spread into male, but for now, the focus is on female. So this I'm talking about is still at its infancy. So there hasn't been so much yet, but definitely in the nearest future, there's going to be more information that will be put out.
Please hurry up. The men are waiting, and the men are jealous that the women get to wear all these pretty clothes. And
honestly, Uche, I've been getting a lot of requests about that, and that's what got me thinking into the nail regalia as well. So one thing Makay Signatures does is when you see a child, you have to always analyze. If you just go into start the garment construction, there's gonna be chances that fabrics will be wasted because you won't get it right.
Okay.
And that is why we always start with the pattern drafting itself. And what pattern drafting does is you are able to put the numbers on paper before you actually translate into a 3D product, which eventually becomes the garment itself.
Okay, so, that's it. We're done. I have no.
Yeah, so if you don't do that, it's not as if you won't get the end result, but you might not be happy with the result. It doesn't sit well.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
That's one thing. It's one of the confidence we give our clients, because we know that from the pattern drafting up to the construction of the garment itself, it's always a clean finish, and that gives them the confidence. You know, when you wear clothes and you feel like, yeah, even when I'm not made up, I don't wear any jewelry, I feel good in what I'm wearing.
So cool, you know.
Exactly.
Oh, the whole process sounds like mechanical engineering to me. So
it's not a rocket scientist job, honestly. It's not that hard.
All right, thank you so much for sharing that with us. Thank you, Yinka. Thank you.
You're welcome, Uche.
We're still on the show, Critic of Fast Side Production, and this is our call out session on creativity and you. And today we have a special guest. Olayinka Akindele is our special guest, and she is a fashion and creative designer. And Yinka, you're still welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Good.
Here.
And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. All right, welcome. All right, Yinka, so tell us, I'm sure a lot of people out there are eager to know more about what you do. How can we reach out to you for collaborations or partnerships? We're all interested in getting to know you more.
I love collaborations. I'm always excited when it comes to collaboration, because you can put a lot of skills, a lot of, skills. It always fills that gap for you. Like you want one thing and the other person have it, and then you come together, boom. That's where the magic happens.
That's the magic I'm talking about.
Exactly. Makay Signatures is always open to collaboration, especially with great minds, great people, great businesses. Always open to collaboration, and we are mostly active on some of the social media platforms, not every, but for now on Instagram, which is at Makay Signatures, and as well on WhatsApp, because we pretty much reachable when it comes to WhatsApp. The number on that is area code 403-465-2043. And we're also on Twitter at Makay Signatures.
Good. So Makay Signatures is kind of everywhere.
It's kind of everywhere. You can say that again.
Now.
I mean, bold and beautiful and irresistible fabrics with the colors. I can guarantee you some confidence when you get to that boardroom.
She is marketing.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. We will be coming up to you now after this.
I will so much be glad to welcome any that comes my way. When we talk about the casual and office wears, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start with letting your headgear. I tried to make my own just like yours, but
Well, it's pretty. Well, maybe I should make a video of it.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing all this useful and inspiring information with us. And we're happy to have you here as well. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
We're still on the show, Critic of Fast Side Production, and this is our call out session on creativity and you. And today we have a special guest. Olayinka Akindele is our special guest today on our call out session on creativity and you. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. And Yinka, you're still welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Thank you.
All right, so before I let you go, I want to quiz you actually.
Oh, okay.
And it's just for fun, no serious kind of thinking. It's just to, yeah, okay.
All right then.
So it's gonna be a scenario. So let's pretend you're in a fashion show, okay? And you are called upon as an expert to provide some expertise on fabric designing and styles to the models. So there are 3 topics or areas that require your expertise, and you're just meant to choose one.
Okay.
So I will give you three topics or areas, and you tell me which one is most appeal to you based on your style and based on what you do and how you do it. Okay. All right. So the first area or option is for you to determine if the models are in shape to fit into the style. The second one is determine if the style and fabric would suit the model's body type, complexion, and stuff like that. And the third one is determine if the models are starving and provide dietary suggestions to them.
That's quite interesting. I mean, I wouldn't tell you what to eat because I want to eat anything that I want. As it makes you happy, it makes you filled.
Yeah.
Choose that yourself. And when it comes to the fabric and the style itself, they're kind of interwoven with how it sits on the body type as well. And there are some styles that a particular fabric is just the best for it, right? And there are some that no, you don't go there. You have to go to be able to choose one particular fabric for it. It depends on what the body style, what the body shape or the type of the model is as well. And of course, when it comes to fabric, that's when you have to be able to analyze the fabric itself and not just the body shape, and to be able to fit into the style.
Well, I think this is all coming from an expert here.
Thank you.
You're actually speaking from an expert point of view here. So, well, that's good. If I were to grade you for that quiz, I'll definitely give you 100. So.
Oh, thank you. And that's not because you're my friend, right?
No. I don't cheat. No.
That's good to know. Thank you.
You're welcome. And thank you so much for coming out here and having this fun moment with us. We're happy that you're here. And I'm sure our friends, your fans out there, they will be looking forward to more styles from you. And the men are looking forward to, you know what? Yeah, you know.
Yeah. I should say at this point that the men are not forgotten.
Okay.
Something is cooking for the men, and we just want it to be well cooked.
Good. Thank you. Thank you so much, Yinka, for coming to the show, and you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you, and thank you for having me. I had so much fun.